for me personally,
here we go. She said, "I feel that it's already emotion."
I feel that for the right person, I will be submissive.
Oh, really?
Yes. I would be submissive for the right person. But but if he's not that my person, then of course I'm going to continue to act like an alpha female. Because I can't fuck with a bitch boy. Like, they're too
You're going to continue to
easy
act like
for
an
me.
alpha female. You should never be an alpha female.
No, I shouldn't. But if it's not the right person, I am.
It don't matter
Like,
if you get the right
peon,
person or not. You should always rest in your femininity.
You shouldn't even attract those type of niggas. Like, straight
You're
up.
absolutely right.
You shouldn't
but I'm
even
just
attract
telling
them.
you.
When you sit in your I'm telling you, like, they will come to you.
Oh, he finna eat y'all.
Right, hold on.
Waiting to get here.
Oh,
Shit.
I gotta jump in on this. It's y'all's choice, ladies. Y'all are choosing these type of men.
Yes.
Y'all need to take accountability. This is so much women today that are like, these men ain't shit. These guys are leaders. Why are you choosing these men, ladies? No, I'm not talking.
So
Why
you
are you choosing them? Go ahead. There's no explanation for it. Why are you choosing them? Why do you let these guys fuck you when they're losers and they're not leaders? This happens all the time. Women let guys into their space when they're not worth it. So take accountability and realize that you're the one that are choosing these type of guys. So go ahead and tell me why. Why are y'all choosing these type of men and then complaining about it when you're the one who let them in?
But I didn't complain about
I just heard so much, especially from these two, about how guys, especially how guys aren't leaders today.
You heard? I don't have man problems. Look, I'm happy with all my friends.
So
I don't have man problems.
Hey,
currently, as of right now, I am single.
Are you celibate?
And I'm working on myself.
Are you celibate?
And I have a rose.
Are you celibate? Are you celibate? Are you celibate?
I'm trying to answer, but you're interrupting me.
Answer's
I
celibate.
have a rose. And I have a vibrator.
So you're celibate.
And I have.
It's a yes or no question.
No,
are you
she
celibate?
is not.
Are you celibate? Yes or no? Are you fucking a guy within the last month? So are you celibate?
In the last month?
Yeah,
I am.
You're celibate. You haven't slept with nobody.
In the last month, no.
Okay. Well,
wait, you haven't?
That's very rare. I don't think so.
Celibate.
Somebody in the chat asked if you have any kids.
Me?
No, I don't have any children.
I got a daughter, so yeah,
No,
I do. But
the other young lady over there say she was celibate as well.
Somebody asked if you are a virgin.
I am, because I ain't got no kids to show for it. So
here's the thing, though. But nobody should
man.
complain about men being a certain way. Nobody, because those guys should be left over there where they're supposed to be. They're not leaders. They need to go learn about it. Women shouldn't be sleeping with those guys because that's how they're gonna learn. Is if y'all stop sleeping with them. If y'all keep fucking guys that aren't leaders and aren't good men. What are they going to do? They're going to keep doing it. They're going to keep being losers. They're going to keep finding girls that they can spend plates on. But all I hear all the time is women complaining all the time. Man, these men are leaders. These men are doing this. These men are doing that. Why are y'all giving them time of day? Why do they get the time of day?
Again, I didn't complain about anybody that I was seeing that was not a leader. I didn't say that. I was not in here complaining at all whatsoever. I didn't say that.
I've been hearing a lot of talk tonight about how...
But I, Landy Love, did not complain about a man. They asked me what I wanted, and I said that I wanted a leader.
But
I wanted
here's the
guidance.
thing. How old are you? How old are you? How old are you? No. I want to know. How old are you? How old? Okay, well, just give me an estimate. How old are you? Over 30?
27.
Okay, you're over 30 and you're single, correct? Okay, so if you're talking about this subject, if you're saying that, that like guys, you're just explaining, right? You're not saying that you haven't experienced it. You're obviously talking about this as a single lady over 30 because it's a part of your life in some way, shape, or form. You can sit here and try to say, oh, I'm not saying specifically about me, but obviously it's a part of your life. If you're over 30 and you're a single woman, you're bringing this up because you're projecting about it. You're talking about it for a reason. You wouldn't just talk about it for no fucking reason. It's because it's something that you've experienced some way in your dating life over the last decade. Have you not experienced?
But again, I didn't complain. That's the only thing I'm getting at.
Bringing up that men aren't as leaders as much, then I think you're kind of...
She didn't say that.
No, but I
they
did not
what she wanted.
They asked me what I wanted.
I know, and you're saying men aren't being these leaders, correct?
I did not say that. They asked me what I wanted.
Okay.
That was it.
You got to rest in your femininity.
I did not complain about a man. And I know how to be submissive. And I'm not speaking for me. I'm speaking for other women. When other women that do mess with fuck boys, they're like, I gotta be the alpha female because this motherfucker won't take out the trash. So I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying. I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying, but as far as me, again, Landy Love, I did not complain about a man. They asked me what I wanted. I told them what I wanted.
Okay, well,
That's it.
We can sit here and play semantics all day long over words, but it doesn't mean anything. The big point that I'm trying to make is women, a lot of women, I'm not saying you, let's not say specifically you. Most women be choosing these guys, though. But bottom line, most women be choosing these guys, and then they complain 5 minutes later. Like, he's not a leader, he's not this, he's not this. Okay, why'd you give up the box then? Why'd you sit there and give up everything to this guy?
Some people do need
because they got finesse.
Some people do need their club shout out.
No, they don't. No, they don't. That is some bullshit. That is some today shit, okay? But 30, 40 years ago, our moms, our grandmothers weren't acting that fucking way.
And you know what you told me earlier? You know what you told me earlier? But that was back then. This is now.
That doesn't mean that you can't hold values that our parents had. We've been around for 100,000 years. Humans have been around for 100,000 years, okay?
And they've been evolving. They've been evolving for 30,000
but we've been somewhat intelligent for 2 to 10,000 years, okay? So we've been learning some shit. Religion has taught us a lot of shit. And what did we do over the last 100 years? We threw that shit out the window. We were like, screw all that religion, screw all that philosophy that we've been growing in. No, we threw all that out the window and chose hedonism. That's bullshit. We need to take accountability, and you can't sit here and say, well, everybody wants sex or they want to do, or people have these sex drives. No, that's bullshit. Like,
I'm sorry,
some
but
people do.
That's what do want.
Yeah, you're right, but that doesn't mean that we should give into our animal instincts and be that.
Right.
You
should give into hedonism.
You giving it your animal.
If you want to give into your pleasure all the time,
why you yelling at my friend? Why you yelling at my friend? We don't even, honestly, I sat here long enough, but that energy, I don't really do that.
He ain't yelling.
I don't really do that, you know what I'm saying? And I'm feeling it, and people feeling it.
Hey, man, screw y'all's feelings, man. Feelings are nothing.
No, they are.
They
are. They are. So we're going to bring it down. We're going to bring it down. We're going to bring it down, or we're going to end it, because I don't want you to yell at my friend while I'm sitting here. You can yell at her later when I ain't around, but right now we're going to either talk civilly.
I just want people to take accountability. Okay. That's all I'm saying. And a lot of people today need to get out of the hedonistic cycle. Instead of sitting there pointing fingers and saying, hey, they're doing this, I'm going to do this because everybody else is doing it. Nah, everybody needs to get out of the hedonistic cycle. It's not going to fix anything.
It's just, what's the response? What, like, after what he said, like, what is your response to him, like, with what he said?
I thought I just responded to him.
Like,
but am I wrong?
Are you married?
Are
you married?
No, I'm not. I have a girlfriend.
I literally just said I agree with what he's saying. Mm-hmm. But again, when we talk about
it personal, she's I
know, but when we talk about communication, like just the other day on Instagram, I posted the little boy spelling Nutella, and his dad was like, "What does that say?" He said peanut butter, because like that's the communication between a man and a woman. I literally just said I agree with what you're saying. But he's still going.
But you know what? I think it's kind of like
because I said yes.
I feel like it's certain words. I feel like like before he came up, it was something that you said. You said something like you only, you would tone down, like you would only be submissive to certain men.
And again, and I just said,
and you said that you would not. So that means like the men that you do come encounter with, like you still using that masculine role because you know that that's not what you want.
And then
right?
While he was speaking, I just said that is not me. I'm speaking for other women that I've seen, because there are a lot of women again that mess with fuckboys and they feel like, oh, I have to be the man in a relationship.
So right now you're not submissive to no one. So right now,
no, because I want to be submissive to my husband. I'm not about to be submissive to no random.
So just listen. So right now you're only just fucking with niggas that just there. Basically, no. That's all he's saying.
Well, she said she's celibate.
No,
so it
I'm
just
not
depends
fucking with niggas.
So you're not fucking with
nobody. No, I'm gonna call cap on this because women all day long want to say, "I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this." Now that's fine. You might be telling the truth.
She ain't gotta lie to you.
9 times out of 10, most people capping about that. Okay, most women are fucking somebody and they're completely trying to cap and be like, "Nah, I'm not." If before all this show happened, you might have bragged about it 20 minutes ago, and like.
Brag about what?
Bragged about having like a guy right now or something, like having like a sexual relationship, but not actually being in a relationship. A lot of women do that. I don't really think
you understand what I'm saying. I want a husband. Yeah. I don't think you heard that part. I'm not in my 20s. I'm not bragging on some nigga.
And there's a lot of
like,
women.
What am I bragging about?
A lot of women want a husband.
Are you talking about my pussy? Like, what are you talking about?
A lot of women want a husband, but they're still sleeping with other people while they're looking for a husband. Like you can sit here and shake your head and be like, oh, I'm not doing that. There's a ton of women that say that they're looking for a husband, but they're literally sleeping with a whole other person the whole time they're looking for a husband.
How old are you again?
She's there shaking her head.
No,
yes,
I'm
because it's a thing. Yeah, because it's a thing. I know. I'm getting proof. I'm just getting proof.
I mean, because it's true.
It's
like,
true.
We don't admit it.
Right.
You can sit here and shake your head like, no, I'm not doing none of this. But I got a couple women right here who agree with me. I know what women do.
Their journey in life is not my journey.
We can be fucking somebody and still be in love with somebody.
Hold on, wait a second. I wasn't nodding my head as in, yeah, that's what I'm doing. I was nodding my head like, yeah, I've witnessed it. Like, I see it
I saw it so many times.
It's not something that I personally condone. But yeah, like there are women who say, you know, such and such.
What that got to do with her?
They be capping.
Right, that has nothing to do with her. That's why
he ain't even talking about her. He's not talking about her.
Yes, he said she's capping. He said she capping right now. Because women
did, right. I was just clearing up personally. Hey, personally, I'm nodding because I've seen it happen. But as far as her speaking for her personal experience, she said, hey, this is not what I'm doing.
Yeah, no,
I do agree with the statement
you can say that at all. And yeah, I can't prove it. I can't prove that you're fucking anybody over the last month. But I'm just saying, 9 times out of 10, when women say these things, they cap it. Hey. You might not. You might be the exception to the rule. Right. That's cool. But 9 times out of 10, when women say what you just said, it's cap. Okay, they really be sleeping with somebody the whole time.
My thing is, what am I gonna gain for that? Gain from that? From lying? Shit, if I'm doing it, I'm doing it. If I'm not, I'm not.
If I'm what are you going to gain from it? You're right. You're not going to gain anything. You're going to lose. You're going to lose nothing. You're only going to lose out of it. But there's tons of women. Like I said, maybe you're the exception to the rule. But most women are totally losing in that type of situation. It's happening all day long. There's tons of women that are fucking dudes and getting nothing out of it.
Let's see how many women personal on panel. This is a panel.
Right.
You can't think too much of you.
No. When
you talk to somebody and you say
I was talking to her personal. I'll admit, I was talking to her personal.
He was talking to me.
Yeah, I'll admit that. I'll admit I was talking to her personal.
I wouldn't even take it. Like, you gotta take it.
But still, he was talking to me.
I'll change it up though and say 9 times out of 10 though, I'm right. And I know that for a fact. I have more friends that are women than most guys will ever have.
Why you ain't married your girl yet? When y'all get married?
I'm not trying to get married until it's right. Like there's a certain time when you know it's correct, like when you know that it's the perfect time, and that's when a man does it.
Right now, you just wasting her time.
A man gets married whenever it's meant for him to get married. A man doesn't get married whenever a woman tells him to get married.
So you ain't ready yet.
Yeah, you're right. I'm not married yet. You're completely correct, because a man gets married when he's ready, not when the woman tells him to get married.
So and that is true. The man is the decisionary.
Yes. Whenever he's ready. Yes. Whenever I'm ready, I will do it. But no, it's not based off of anybody's opinion other than mine. That's
so if your girl break up with you today and you ready in like 2 years and you're not with this same girl, you just gonna marry whoever you with?
No, that's not how it works at all. You wait until it's the right time. As a man,
when is it like? That's what I'm saying. You've been with this girl
because if she ready and you
I've been with her for 2 years. Yeah, and she really wants it. She would tell y'all right now if she was here. She really wants. She just was telling me yesterday. She really wants to get married. She tells me all the time. But that doesn't mean that I'm going to. That doesn't mean I'm going to sit down on one knee and say, "All right, I want to give it to you right now." No, she's been begging me. She's been begging me for a year. I'm not going to sit there and do it just because she's asking for it.
So
it's based off of me.
So her question is: so if she left to that, because that's what she wants, right? And if she does what I tell women, if you know what you want and you're not getting that, and she leaves to go with somebody who's ready for that, you gonna just marry who you with, or you like? That's what she's asking.
You would wait until you find another girl, and then you would start back over. As a guy at 31 years old, and I look very young for being 31, I can put this off another 5, 6, 7 years. It's women who have to worry about putting it off for a year, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I could put this off as long as I want. It's the women that have to worry about it. It's not. I'm not worried about it. I can start another relationship and do it again.
Because women ain't out here proposing to men. Like
I just went to my friend's wedding like 2 years ago, and she was like 46 when she got married. It was beautiful. But yeah. I mean, so that's objective, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's objective, but that's definitely the exception to the rule, because most women aren't going to get married. Aren't going to get married at an older age. Most aren't. If you look at the statistics, there's very few women that are going to have a beautiful wedding after 40 years old. You know, bless her, but that's just not going to happen a lot.
Mm-hmm. That's true, because we don't pick. We gotta wait for a man to marry.
I don't know. I got a couple ready to marry right now. I don't know. I don't understand these
simps. Would you really want to be with them?
No, I don't know simps. I don't know any simps. Actually.
I'm telling you, those guys that are instantly willing to marry a girl that's
I didn't say instantly. I didn't say it was instant.
Like, I don't know your circle of people, but my circle of people, I'm not messing with no basic ass person.
Okay, I mean, I'm just saying, and those guys that aren't basic, those guys that aren't basic, the guys that make good money or they're actually good men, guess what? They don't like being loyal. they don't like being with one girl. So you can sit there and have that mentality of I'm only gonna shoot up here, but guess what?
But
those guys up here aren't gonna be loyal to you.
Why is it always about money for you? That's what you talk about is money.
You want me to explain to you why? Because provision is everything for a man. Provision is literally everything. For 10,000 years, provision was everything. If a man was fully able to provide for his woman and do everything, then she was fully happy. It's only until the dollar got devalued in the 1900s that put men in a position where they can't be providers anymore. Men were providers for thousands of years, okay? If it wasn't for the system putting them in the point where they can't even provide for you anymore, you wouldn't be trying to work. You wouldn't be having to do all this shit to try to keep up with men. It's all the Fed's fault. It's all the government's fault for devaluing the dollar to the point where a man can't be a provider anymore. You seriously want a guy? You just said you won't be in around a circle of a bunch of broke guys, right?
I didn't.
Well, no, I'm not saying that. I'm not trying to sit here and point fingers, but I'm just saying.
I did not. If you're gonna
quote good men,
me,
right?
Good
men. Okay.
No.
Okay. What was your quote then?
And
Go
I
ahead.
didn't just say men. I'm talking about people. I'm not messing with basic ass people.
Okay. You're not messing with basic ass people. So what does that mean? Like, how much money is a guy that's not basic?
Why is it always money?
Because men need to be providers. That is what you need to be able to pay your rent. But
every relationship that you're surrounded by, it doesn't have to be like a man. It could be a woman. I'm talking about my circle. You keep bringing it back to a man and money. Mm-hmm. I'm not talking about money at all whatsoever. And I don't know if you heard me earlier. I want what's in your brain.
Okay.
So, and not what's in your pockets.
And that's.
But if you have that,
say
yes,
that,
that's a bonus.
Statistically shows women want a man that makes 58% or more than them. Statistically, that's what the facts show. Like that, I can show you statistics all day long that show that a woman, if she makes 100K a year, she wants a guy who makes 150K a year. So you can sit here and say money don't matter, but statistics show money matters.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying. Like, we can sit here and say all day long we don't care about money and what a man has, but man, at the end of the day, it does matter. And if he doesn't have money, he needs to at least have drive.
I also didn't say I didn't care about money. Mm-hmm. I didn't say that. So that's why I'm like, if you're gonna quote me, quote me.
Yeah. No, I just want everybody to understand provisioning is the biggest reason why men are in the position they are today. Y'all would love men if they were able to fully take care of you. It really sucks that they can't.
I think the thing is what you're doing right, and we're talking about statistics, but I believe everybody here is kind of like out and beat the statistics, with the numbers about everything, such as Black women have this statistical number, Black men this statistical number, but like a lot of us aren't in that statistics that you're quoting. So it's like we hear you, but it's kind of irrelevant to the facts of who we are as individuals.
And I understand it might be individually different, but for podcasts and things on YouTube and stuff like that, sometimes you want to give general advice for the 51%, for the majority. Mm-hmm. Now it's nice talking about the minority, or it's nice talking about like the exceptions to the rule. But when you're giving advice, dating advice, when you're doing stuff like this, you really want to give it for the majority.
So first off, no one is giving dating. Nobody gave any kind of advice.
Well, it's a talk show, so people watch this because they're trying to learn about dating more. Whether it's they're trying to get better at it or whatever it is, they're trying to learn how to beat the statistics. That's why people are watching. So I give advice based off of the majority. Like I have a dating show also, and the whole point of it is that I like to give advice for the majority. Mm-hmm. And we can talk about the minority all the time.
Personally, I didn't ask for your advice. If that's what you were trying to give, I didn't ask for it because now,
I know most women over 30 that are single don't ask for it, but they fucking need it still. That's just the fact.
And another thing I said I was working on self. I don't have time to focus. Like I need to recollaborate.
And it just goes back to, man, if you're over 30 and you're single and you're still working on yourself, that's a problem. I'm sorry. I'm just being honest.
Go talk to your girl, bro. Go call your girl. Go call your girl. Go call your girl.
I'm sorry.
Go call your girl.
There's a lot of people that are playing victim.
Go call your girl.
I'm just saying, man. I'm just being honest.
Go call your girl. Go call your girl.
She's actually watching right now. What's up, baby?
Yeah, give her a phone call. I think you need to decompress and let her coach. I don't know what she do for you, but let her coach you down, bring it down a little bit.
All right, y'all. I think we're gonna go ahead and end on that note. That was it's getting tense.
Hey, it's nothing but love, everybody. I love all y'all,
love. Man. That's why I was like, I don't never take no personal on panels, man. This is a discussion. We just here to talk about it, and we don't take this shit home. And that's just what it is.
You gotta do like a well-being check.
Yeah, like for real. Like in most cases, me being 31, me trying to be on a self journey is just not doing right.
We'll make sure I get the hurt feelings. We got HR watching.
It's not doing too good.
Make sure you fill out the report, okay?
I don't like it. I'm gonna pray on it tonight because I be fighting for my friends on my mind. I don't fight no more for me.
Yeah, that
but
sisterhood is strong.
Yeah, I fight for my friends. Don't.
But she held hers for real.
She shouldn't have had to.
But she did. But she grown. She grown.
We all grown.
She can hold her.
And there's a certain level of respect that you give adults when you enter a room and speak to them. You know, I understand you have some points you want to get across, but you got to understand who you talking to when you talk to people. And if you don't know who you talking to, get into a situation to find out who you're talking to first. Because everybody's not gonna receive your message the way you want them to receive.
Jafar, I promise you, she held her. She did. No, it just because you can't. You ain't gonna be able to
read the room.
You know, like you're not gonna be able to fight.
I'm not.
She held
away from you.
She did.
You have to read the room.
Everybody don't engage.
And what you talk about on your podcast may not be what he talks about on his podcast.
Oh, that's totally fine.
You know, so then was it his tone?
Yeah, was it the tone?
It was
for real.
Everything. It was everything. Like when he talks, he attacks. He doesn't listen. He hears. So it's like he says, and then he will say, "I understand," but then he doesn't understand. But when I put myself into your shoes, being empathetic, and I was like, "I understand where you're coming from. You are right." But every time I told you were right, it was like you were like, ding, like you got a fucking star, and you're like, I gotta keep going.
Yeah, because I know I'm right. I'm just being dead ass honest. I know I'm right. Like it's not about like I think or anything. I know I'm right. Okay. It's just a fact.
Well, if that works for you, if that works for your
household, that's why I'm very successful at 31 years old, and I have $500,000 at my age. Yeah, that's why. Yeah, you gotta do shit like this. You gotta be very stingent about what you want, what you like,
but not to strangers.
You know, all that stuff. Yeah.
But this is a lesson for you to learn right here, right? And this is like this ain't really gonna happen, but it's something you need to really understand. When you meet new people, and you pay attention first, because this could have went totally different. I could be really upset. I don't like my friends feel no certain way, because we ain't come here to feel no certain way. We came here to converse, be on Lapeef's podcast. You know, we didn't come here to feel no way. The fact that I feel a way, if I really felt a way, and we on live air, and you talking about you got $500,000, nigga, pull up. And you leave out.
Well, it just goes to show it was the tone. It was the tone.
I'm not saying
that.
Listen.
It was the tone, though.
I'm not saying.
The tone. I'm sorry about the tone, then. That's what it was.
Listen, everybody got it. I'm not saying that's gonna happen. What I'm saying is understanding.
But it's just, I didn't know nobody on this panel. I didn't know nobody, and somebody could have said something that I didn't agree with. And it could be their tone, but I didn't want to feel. I didn't feel no type of way. I didn't feel no personal type of way about nobody. It's not that deep.
No, this is it's not that deep. This is something that people don't understand when this is a conversation.
But was it a tone? Like I want to know, was it the tone?
So it was like
no, wait. Okay. I only want you to apologize for something or say you're sorry for something that you're really gonna work on.
So was it the tone?
So it was every fucking thing.
Okay, well I'm not gonna apologize for any of it, because the tone, like honestly, I'm sorry, but fuck your feelings. Like I don't care about somebody's feelings. Like I'm here to discuss, debate, talk about things. Like if you get caught in your feelings over words, I'm sorry. I don't get caught in feelings over words. People can call me anything, say anything to me. I'm never going to get emotional over words because they're just words. I know. And I'm sorry. I understand women are completely different than men. I know that I'm completely different than most people. But at the same time, this is a show. I'm trying to, debate. I'm trying to interact with people. And if the way I do that bothers you, I'm really sorry. But that's how I debate everybody. Don't take it personal, because it doesn't matter who's on this panel or if we were what show it was. I would still debate the exact same way. I would still talk to a man, a woman, anybody in that same tone. And I'm sorry if you didn't like it, but that's just how I am. I'm congruent. I'm like that with everybody. And I'm sorry if you didn't like it. Yeah. Well, I'm sorry that it affected you that way, but I'm not sorry about what I said.
Thank you. You guys,
so that was it on the Lapeef show. I don't know, maybe I'm just so used because I've been on his podcast and I just know how he debate. And it's I know how you debate. I know how you share words.
Thanks, Jay. I'm gonna talk about that.
So that was it on the Lapeef show.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys tuning in. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Appreciate you guys tuning in. I'm gonna see if I could do this on Wednesdays moving forward. I appreciate y'all.